Hi, today I'm doing a quick review of a new tablet I bought. It is the Chuwi Vi10 Ultimate Edition. It's the Ultimate Edition because it's using a new processor from Intel. It's the Cherry Trail Z8300. So it's supposed to be a bit faster than the regular Vi10, and I also went with the 64 gig storage instead of the standard 32. Here's the tablet. I actually put it against a piece of paper, a standard 8.5 by 11 inches piece of paper, so you can kind of see how big the tablet physically is. There are lots of other reviews about the performance and the screen and whatnot about this tablet already, so I'm not going to bother with that. First of all, I'd like to describe a few things I really like about the tablet. I think the screen resolution is fine. Some people think that it's not high res enough for them, but based on what I can see, it looks very good to me. So I don't have any problems with that. It's using Windows 10. It's already activated. So it is a legit and genuine copy of Windows 10. You don't have to worry about, having, like the non-activated version, and you have to get your own Windows 10 after and reload it afterwards or anything like that. I've got a couple of apps already installed. This is basically almost like a PC. So I'm able to install the full version of Star Trek Online on there. I've tried it. It works quite decently. Totally playable. Not a problem at all. I was actually very surprised because this tablet only comes with 2 gigs of RAM. And overall, very responsive. And this is actually my first Windows 10 machine. And I really like having the functionality of using a regular mouse and the touchscreen at the same time. I find that the combination works real well. I've actually bought a keyboard case with this as well. And because this particular model has full USB ports on the side, it's like right here, and there are 2 of them. So I can actually hook up a regular mouse with this, and I plug this into my keyboard case, and so it works basically to me just like a laptop. And so I think functionality-wise, it's really good. A couple of other really nice thing about it is besides it has Wi-Fi obviously, and the battery actually lasts quite a bit. It comes with a 8,000 milliamp hour battery. And what it actually means is that I've actually done some testing about the battery life. If I turn the screen to 10% brightness, now right now it's actually showing 25%, but if it's at 10% and I load up my browser and I use a website called Refresh This and just keep refreshing a web page for continuously, it lasts 8 hours and 11 minutes until it just completely dies. So that's very impressive. Now, of course, 10% brightness is probably not the best. It is usable indoors, but it is on the dim side. So to make it more realistic, I actually turn it up and to 25%, which is what it's showing now. It's actually, I think the brightness at 25% is just right. And I ran the same test. And from a fully charged battery, it lasts for 7 hours and 44 minutes. And so the difference is only 27 minutes. And if you run it at 25% brightness, I think you are going to be happy with it. And so for me, at least it is. So that's actually why I'm running it at that brightness. Anything higher than that, to me, it's too bright. And so I don't run it at that level. Of course, it Obviously, you can go up to 100% if you want, but since I'm not going to use it that way, I don't bother testing the battery life in that kind of setting. I may do that down the road sometime, but at this time, for me to get a realistic feel of how long the battery lasts, I would say 7 hours and 44 minutes. Basically, even though it's only a 2 gig memory machine, tablet, it seems to run everything just fine. I mean, even Star Trek Online runs perfectly. Now, of course, I'm not running the latest and greatest game. This is one of the games that I consistently play. That's why I load it on there. And I'm sure, if you are trying to run some of the latest games out there, it's probably going to lag. But I'm sure you can find other videos to talk about that. A couple of really nice things, and I'm not sure whether it comes with this tablet or it just GearBest have it set up that way, is that I realized when I got it that it's got a screen protector on both sides of the tablet. I'm just going to take this away. So it actually comes with a screen protector. You don't actually need to buy an extra one. It already comes pre-installed with the screen protectors on both front and back, and that's really nice because as I found out from other reviews, I also read a bunch of reviews before I actually purchased this item, is that the glass for this particular tablet, there are glass surface on both sides, so that's why it looks very nice. But it also means that it's not a Gorilla Glass, so that means it can get scratched up. So having the screen protector pre-installed on both sides actually makes it quite nice. You don't have to worry about it being scratched up, and it's already came protected. And I actually had a tough time trying to see the screen protector. I have to look real close to realize that it actually has it already installed. So that was a really nice surprise. And of course, having the full-size USB ports on the side, it's a big plus. What I actually normally would do is I would plug a USB bells on one, and I'll plug one of those really mini USB thumb drives that basically expand the capacity of the unit. You can get like 64 gigs for pretty cheap nowadays. And so it's definitely worthwhile. And you can, of course, add a trans flash card right here. And those are very cheap to come by as well. So you can actually extend the storage twice by, having both things plugged in. Now, I didn't really test how much more the battery would drain if you actually have all those things plugged in. When I was doing the testing of the battery life, I actually have it sitting on my keyboard tray, my keyboard extension thing. Here you go. And a mouse plugged in. So basically, I tested it as if I would normally use it. So the 7 hours and 44 minutes is definitely very realistic. Let me unplug that. Now, on to some of the things that I have a little bit of a gripe about. The build quality, it looks really nice and it feels solid. The only thing is, it does have some creaking. I don't know if you can hear it. If I press around here, you can hear a little bit of creaking. So it's not like to the point where it bothers me, but I think that it could be even better. Now, the final questions that I want to leave you with is, now that I've seen this tablet and I've used it for, I'd say about a little bit over a week, do I regret buying it? Because I don't think any other reviewers actually worded that way, so I thought I'd give you my impression of it. I would say definitely. I mean, for a tablet that comes with everything, I've actually bought, like I said, I've bought this keyboard case that is made specifically for this tablet. And I've actually bought an extra screen protector because I didn't know it come pre-installed with one. Altogether, it's less than $200. And you can't really, for that kind of price, you get a fully functional Windows 10 laptop in a sense. It's a 2-in-1 unit because you can use it in tablet mode or you can use it in like a laptop mode. And so, you know, for the price that you pay for this unit, I think you can't get a better value for this. And the battery life is amazing, which is actually quite important for these kind of portable devices, right? You don't want to have to charge it every couple hours. You want it to last, you know, pretty much a whole day before you need to charge it. And so being able to use it for like 7, almost 8 hours before having to charge it, it's definitely a big plus. And of course, the most convenient feature is definitely having the full-size USB port. They're not USB 3, but USB 2 is still very usable, so I have no complaints about that. So when you are actually thinking of buying this, you're not actually looking for the latest and greatest. If that's what you're looking for, this is not the tablet for you. But if you're looking for a good traveling device that gives you the flexibility of a laptop and a tablet, this is definitely something that you can consider because it is inexpensive. Even if it just dies on you or you dropped it and cracked, you won't be hurting too much. You know, like if you were to get, you know, something like a Surface Pro, which costs like $800-900 upward to $1,000, you want to be very careful where you take it, right? This one you don't really have to worry about it much, and so far I'm very happy with it. The build, like I said, could be improved, but for the price that I'm paying for it, I think it's actually very well built for that price. I would have expected less for the amount of money that I'm paying. I did a separate review on the keyboard case itself. You can look it up, and actually also the screen protector, for what it's worth. And yeah, like I said, it works really well. I'm happy with the unit, and even now after I've used it for over a week, if I have the option, I would still buy it again. Thanks for watching.